Hey, what's going on? It's Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2018 Alfa Romeo Fantasy Career Mode here, Motorsport Manager for round number 7 here at the Canadian Grand Prix. If you did miss the last one, the South African Grand Prix, be sure to go check that one out before you see this one. Interesting episode that was. Obviously, we had a bit of a reversal of roles, really. Leclerc was the more comfortable driver, Verstappen was the one struggling, and so overall, Leclerc was the one that jumped up the table a little bit ahead of Hamilton in P6 there. Verstappen still with a healthy enough lead to Bottas for now as we come on to the kind of halfway through the stage of the season. We're still waiting on a gearbox to be made. That's 15 days away. It's a long old time to make that gearbox, so we're still waiting for that new part. So it's been a long while because before South Africa, like 3 episodes in a row, we had like new parts made and ready because we're doing the suspension, which takes less time. But we got an interview after South Africa. Podium for result, Leclerc raced supremely. How do you feel? I'm going to say I feel great, but it's all also down to the driver. I mean, that's 100% morale, so that's fine. We'll move on to the pit crew. We need to do some little management of that because I believe, yeah. So we've got one guy that's burnt out. So if I swap him in with... Hang on one second, actually. I'm going to check out new hires. So... we need a new guy on the front jack, I feel, so let's hire this dude. Obviously, we're not going to spend money this episode on a new part, so we can kind of afford to spend money on pit crew. So we'll go for this number 18 dude as well. And so with those two, I think we should have enough people to circle this around. So we go with swapping this guy in, and then is there someone good on the rear jack? 18. This dude's okay, so that's 1% rather than 1.3. This guy's 20, though, on the tyres. That's pretty damn good. 18, I can do a straight swap in with this dude. And then this man, 17, we can swap him in with you. Because you're burnt out as well. So we need someone for you, 1.2. And then, what are we saying here? I think that's pretty much it. We're going to have to give them basically a rest now. Some of these guys. So probably go on balance pit stop then. I mean, we're all in the green. No one's in the yellow. Highest guy we've got is 1.3 on this dude on the mistake. So yeah, probably go and balance pit stop. But we should be fine for the race then. So we're going to move on, see what's what. Car repair's done. And we've got a new sponsor to do. So I forgot about that. So Adidas is no more. Let's check out the offers. So... we've got a fixed pay per race. We've got two, and we've got one deal, which is Tag Heuer. So 2 Tag Heuers. But let's top this up then. So these two are the same. So pretty much it's between. I'm not going to go with Rauch. I'm going to go with Tag Heuer. I don't even know how you pronounce that. I'm going to go with Tag Heuer. Because I think it fits our brand also a bit more, but it's going to work out. So, over 16 races, if we're getting 6,400,000 divided by 16, that's 400,000 per race we'll be getting. That's a fixed payment, but this is a target of 7th or above for 583,000. For 11 races, it's a shorter deal, which means it refreshes faster, so we can get, a different deal, a better deal potentially, earlier on, and we get more money per race if we make the target. But I would assume you gotta hope that we can make 7th or above at least with one driver for the quali and the race. So I'm gonna accept this offer. We'll go for because we don't have any more kind of depending on our position sponsors anymore. So we can accept that offer and we can go for that. So no more Adidas, but in comes Tag Heuer. Where's that going to be on the car? Right there. Tiny little one. Tiny one right on the top of the engine cover there. So that's not a huge sponsor. And it's going to be, depending on the results. That's fine. So we got performance work nearly done, actually, which is surprising. Because I'm not... yeah, okay. Fair enough. Right. So actually, to be fair, we've got a lot of stuff done on the car. Like, there's not a lot to actually do on the car. That's idle. That's fine. Let's remove that. Let's improve those. Let's just add in anything else we have left, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that's left. So I'll just go 29.1 and I'll improve reliability of the engines. May as well. Front wings, because that was a little bit iffy last time. And brakes. Yeah, let's go for that. Right, mail. What are we saying? Deceleration. Yeah, I know Leclerc. We just can't. We don't have the time at the moment. We need to just work on build. Oh, gearbox getting it built literally the day before the race starts. That's really bad timing, actually. That's really bad timing. The gearbox gets built right before the race start. Gearbox made, so we'll now build a different part. What are we saying now? Brakes, probably another gearbox, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Another gearbox. So, what do? We've got 30 acceleration here. We've got a random good part. What good component did we get for this one? Whoops. Improved part. Right, where's the gearbox? Where's the new gearbox? Right, what new part was this? I need to check. What did we get for this gearbox? I can't tell. Gearbox built. Oh, here we go. Random part was 50% reliability plus 35 on the red zone. Okay, that's a bit of a weird thing to get. So that really is not the best kind of part we could have made. It's a little improvement, and it could be the best part we've got. So let's remove that and add on just that gearbox. And reliability is 90%, but the red zone is 50. So that is immediately a gearbox we can use in this next race. But the red zone's 50%, so that's a bit of a dud part, I'm not going to lie. But it does mean we get an iteration out of the way. So now, let's go with, that's 20 to max, that's 184, that's 1194. And then we add in something like the, well, we could go for another random one. Or we go for red zone, that decreases it. Or we go for risk level. We could go for risk level and kind of bump that up even more. I say we just go for another potluck and go for another random good part, because I just don't trust these with the risk level. I just don't want to take that risk of having the opportunity to being caught up by the GMA. But we'll go for this iteration, acceleration, and good. So at least we're this is definitely going to be an improvement. Plus 30 on the acceleration. That's going to cost us 3.1 million. That's fine. So we'll be down to 2.6. That's cool. We're improving these at the moment, so we'll move on. One day we got a public vote, but that is now the best gearbox we have now immediately after 1 day. Reliability is fine though, obviously, so we're not working that. New vote started. 33 lap race on average. What are the current rules? I swear are we like 28%? No, we're 40 laps. So this would be on average, the vote is for a shorter race on average. I'm not too fussed about that. I'm thinking from a video standpoint. If we had shorter races, it means we get through a season faster, technically, or like the episodes go through shorter, so there's maybe span to do 2 races per episode. I don't know, but it's 2 to 3 right now for 4 shorter races. Would not benefit high quality teams, would benefit lower quality teams, and I'm not even included there. I've got 3 voting power. Once again, I should have looked at what votes come up, because I'm not too fussed about this. I'll abstain. I'm going to do that standard aarava thing. I'll abstain. I don't really care about this. Right, skip to the end. Let's see. Got 4 against, 2 4, 4 4, 5 6, and there we go. Approved. 7 to 4. So from next season, there will be shorter races on average. 33, so 7 laps shorter races on average next season. So we'll see how that works out. So maybe next season there's scope to do 2 races per episode perhaps. And obviously, actually, by the time we get to next season, F1 2018, the Codemasters games will be out by then, so I'll be focused a lot on that stuff, so there won't be as much time to do this series, so that might be a good thing. We do 2 races per episode, just to kind of churn through the season faster. But let's go in then to the Canadian Grand Prix with Tag Heuer as our new sponsor. Tire by High, of course, but we'll take 6 sets of Super Softs, 4 Supers, and then I'll go for, there's no rain, so I'll go for 5. I'll go for, again, the kind of just 6, 5, 4 going down the line, really. Part fit, now we've got the new gearbox. I'm going to give that to Leclerc, and I will keep the same one for Verstappen. So Leclerc gets technically a better gearbox, but the reliability in red zone is worse. And he's not happy about that. What? Oh, no, that's fine. It didn't change for the last one. Alright, JB back in the car then, as usual, that high feedback then. And also, Leclerc starts off this weekend. He's got a form of 5.2 now, but on the screen before, he had a form of 5. Or I think even lower, like 4 point something, which is odd, because he won last race. So he's coming into this weekend with lower form. I don't know if like the form was maybe specific to the last Canadian Grand Prix or what, but I found that a little bit odd, that he won the race and he's got low form, but there you go. Surprisingly, Jensen's always in good form, despite the fact that he might be a little bit upset that he's always just a reserve driver and just doing the practice sessions. he's always in good form. So, yeah, I mean, I saw a comment or two about, it's kind of, sad times that Jensen got one race in, but of course the only reason we signed him was due to Leclerc being so badly injured that it wouldn't have been sensible to run him in the race. So, yeah, I mean, we always knew that was going to happen, but a great way to start off the session then with Leclerc with a good 2 greats and excellent 96%. I would say that's good enough to just go on then, my man. So 8 laps on the... Whoops, I clicked that again. I've been doing that lately a lot more, clicking cancel by mistake. Right, super softs again. To Jensen, I don't know what on earth is with you, mate. You're the better driver with better feedback, and you have been given the same setup as Leclerc, and you're just like, nah, not having it. I don't know what's up with you, mate. Right. More oversteer then, potentially. More top-end speed you want. I feel like that's maybe the vibe. Of course, knowing me, it's going to be the completely wrong way. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, ain't it? And that's going to be... Oh, right. So we went the right way with one part of this setup, but not the other way. So 85% overall, but we got an excellent there. So now we just go back to understeery. So you want the other way. So yeah, probably something like that. You're 94% suspension. Mate, you're really... taking the piss here, and then we're going to bring this back to that, and that should be fine. I'm going to be confident in that decision, so we'll go for 8 laps now on super softs. No rain, so we need to get this knowledge. And, well, I can't remember. The Canadian Grand Prix obviously is a bit more aggressive on tyre weight, even more so than South Africa was. So I'm assuming we'll be using a decent amount of super soft tyres. Maybe again we could do another version of the same tyres all race. Maybe, I don't know. That's been working well for us twice in a row now. That strategy's been the winning strategy for us, despite us qualifying down the order. So we'll see how that works out for us. But we're going on to level 3 pretty damn rapidly. You love to see it with JB there, just bringing that rocket ship up of knowledge. Pretty bad timing though. JB crossed the line and the knowledge is done, but Leclerc can come in. Right, we'll switch over to qualifying then. But we've got that knowledge done. Right, send out quali 3 laps. Ultras. Off your pop, mate. Off your pop. Right, JB's in. What's the setup like? Ah, there we go. 2 excellents and a great. Love your work, mate. Love your work. Right. Ultras. Awesome. 98%. That is a very good car. If Verstappen's not performing this weekend, I'll be very bemused because he's got a very good setup. Even better than Leclerc's at the moment. 98%. Looking fine. But now, just sit back, relax, and let them get that knowledge. As the episodes have gone on, for sure, especially this season now, I can definitely tell. I don't know about you guys. The practice sessions are flying by a lot faster now. Especially not just for me doing them, but also in the videos. I'm cutting them down a lot more, just because. Yeah, I mean, there's not much difference now in the practice sessions. They're pretty much now we've got to the point where we're perfecting the practice sessions to a T in terms of I know what I'm doing most of the time with the knowledge. The only time the practice sessions are needing to be a bit longer in the video, and that generally take me longer to do in person, is when there's some rain involved. But when it's a dry practice session, it's pretty damn straightforward. I can't lie. It's pretty damn straightforward. I'm starting to get to that point where I really hope PlaySport make a new PC game of Motorsport Manager soon, because although the mod has added so much to the game, and we've made a brand new series, obviously that I didn't think was going to turn into a brand new series, but we've been going on for 5 seasons strong now. It's getting to that point again, like it used to with the Archer career mode, where I feel like there just needs to be. I need a new game basically. There needs to be some new mechanics, because it's now just getting very, very samey. Just like new practice programs, maybe stuff, just different ways you have to run the practice program, basically. Because at the moment it's just straightforward. You go do the setup, and then you just go out, you get the knowledge. I feel like if they had like some like the Codemasters games almost, if you had some like different programs to run through practice that were more kind of finite details of how you'd run your weekend. Because 5 minutes to go, and we've got it. I can just go straight to quali now. Also, oh, what the hell? Okay. The game's thrown a big curveball at me. What did I say about it being pretty straightforward? There was no rain forecast at all, and now it's raining. Okay, I don't even have any knowledge for this rain, so we're going to have to go ultras in quali, and I'm going to have to hope that it's maybe drying out at the end of the session. But Verstappen's back in the car, mate, and you got a good car, but now it's, well, this might be a little bit more difficult. We got no knowledge. Let's just send him out straight away on inters. Go. Go, you, go. There might be a bit of traffic, please. Go, there we go. Right, auto, auto. Right, is the rain's gonna end around with like 4 minutes to go, it seems. So this might be interesting. We're gonna get a banker lap, obviously, right now on Inters. And then we'll see how it goes. But okay, literally, how ironic. I say it's all pretty straightforward. It's all getting the same, and then some rain comes down. Why couldn't the rain have come in practice? Then literally that would have literally solved the problem of, like I said, practice was just the same as last time. Whereas now, the quali is very, very different. Right, Verstappen's got some traffic there. Leclerc does not, so he's got another good run. Although Verstappen sets a faster first sector, so he's doing some bits there. Maybe get some slipstream. He's set 2 purple, so Verstappen obviously known for being quite handy in the rain from time to time. Let's see how he does. Leclerc at the moment is going to be a slower lap time than his teammate. Across the line, and it's going to be a 1:25.3. And Verstappen goes slower in the last sector. He went purple, in the last sector he goes slower. Interesting. Right. The rain's going to come back in. Well, that doesn't make sense. I'm coming back in. The rain's going down, and it'll be soon time for the dry tyres. So we're just going to sit here patiently and wait it out until it's bone dry, and then we'll send them out again. But everyone sets lap times. At the moment, we're down in P8 and P11, with some people setting wet lap times on Inters. But now everyone's going out on Ultras. It's fine. We'll wait. Actually, now's the perfect time. There's a lot of space here. Ultras go. Wait a little bit, wait a little bit, wait a little bit. All right, Leclerc's on auto. He's got a good amount of space. There's some space to be had here, I think, with Verstappen. Let's go out here. Ultras. Go, go, go. There's one car there. That's okay. Not amazing space for Verstappen, but a decent amount. I think Leclerc's got a very good amount of space. Let's see as we fast forward in through to the start of the flying lap then. And yes, no one come down the pit lane now. No one come down the pit lane now, I swear to God. There we go. Lovely bit of space there. Kobayashi's gone fastest in the Renault. Amazing stuff. Right, Verstappen, perfect. So he's got a great outlap then. So let's see. He's not got too much traffic ahead. I mean, he's got a bit of room to work with. And he's had a perfect outlap. So let's see. But Leclerc, what are you saying? Only green. The 2 Renaults are 1-2 now. Now it's Stroll with the Toro Rosso in P2. Leclerc's not gone purple. It's only 2 greens. What's going on here then? Across the line at the end of the session. And it's going to be... Oh, there we go, out of nowhere. Went fastest in the... No, now it's Sainz, but he went purple in the last sector. Now it's the 2 Red Bull cars across the line. Verstappen from P18 to P6 only. P5 and P6. Giovinazzi sets a good lap time there. And it's the end of the session. And Yanni sets in a time. Ricciardo sets in a time. And we're just about with the skin of our teeth. P7 and P8 on the grid. Hamilton doesn't go faster. He goes P11 only. Kobayashi in the Renault does really well in P9. And we just about, by the skin of our teeth, get that sponsor objective. P7 and P8, we're caught out there. And Red Bull and Mercedes and Ferrari have turned up at the end there and taken it. So, fair enough. But we nearly got caught out completely there with the rain and some other cars. And I was really hoping for the Renaults to actually be right up there, because that was very surprising. For one moment, a split second, both Renaults were 1-2. That would have been crazy, but there you go. P7, P8, Giovinazzi once again on pole, but remember, last race, he was on pole. He ended up finishing way down the order, so it's all about the race as ever. That's where the points are scored. So from P7, P8, we can still do bits, I think. Right, so the race strategy, I'm going to assume it's not going to rain in the race. Obviously, the rain could have bled over from quali, but that looks pretty dry to me for now, for the first half at least. So what are we saying then on the race strategy? 33 laps, Ultras go 10, Super Softs go 14. Could pull off a one stop with two sets of Super Softs, but I do want to use the Ultras, I think. It's the way to go around here in Canada. So I would say then almost you could pull off, you almost could pull off a 2-stop with just 3 sets of Ultras, to be honest. But either way, we'll be on Ultras longer then, because I'll use 2 sets of Ultras. So I will go for, so I won't even use then the knowledge of Super Softs. Then we'll use the knowledge of Ultra Softs and race trim. So a far more aggressive setup and strategy for this race compared to the last 2 episodes. This will be a change of difference here, but I feel like this is the way to go around Canada. Maybe rain in the end of the race. Also, that might spice things up. You never know. But let's hit it from P7, P8. You know, we had a similar kind of lower down grid slot in South Africa, and we came back from a really good start and controlled the race. So let's see what we can do here at Montreal. It's not Montreal, though, is it? It's Vancouver, I think. I'm pretty sure. But here we go, then, to 5 red lights. To the Canadian Grand Prix. From P7, P8 on the grid. 5 lights are out, and we're underway. It's a bad start there from Leclerc. Really bogs down quite a bit there. Verstappen up into P7. Almost tried it around the outside of the Ferrari there of Ocon. And Perez makes a good getaway. He's up into P8. Leclerc down to P9. And Leclerc now down to P11. He's soaring down the order. Leclerc, my man, you need to pick up the pace a little bit. And Verstappen, still only P7. Now down the inside, around the outside then of Ricciardo. He's mugged Ricciardo off in front of his pals. As they still go side by side though, so the move is not done there. There we go. Verstappen with the squeeze out, but look at that Merc climbing back up with the engine power. So Verstappen still fighting hard against the Aussie. Obviously at some point we're attacking right now, but now as the tyre temps go up, we have to calm things down. As Brendan Hartley in P12 sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix. How on earth has that worked out? How does that make any sense in any kind of way? Okay, Verstappen up to P6 though. As we've overtaken Ocon, that is. So we couldn't get Ricciardo. We got the Ferrari of Ocon then. And Leclerc's now back up into P9. So he's making his way through. And he's finding his feet in this Grand Prix on the outside of Sergio Perez. Come on, man. No, not yet. Yes, there we go. On the outside. No. Yes. No. No. Come on, Leclerc. Please do this. You can't faff around with this move for too long, son. Down the inside there, we're going side by side for about half the lap now. There we go. On the main straight. Pull through, mate. There we go. Up into V8. And now you can chase after that Ferrari of Ocon, who is just about hounding down Verstappen. And we're equally trying to hound down Carlos Sainz. And so far, props to Giovinazzi. 2.6 ahead. He's actually not bottled it off pole position. So fair enough, lad. Fair enough. Here we go. Drag race, though, between Verstappen and Ocon. Ocon the outside. Leclerc is also getting in the mix there. So from a pretty piss poor start, Leclerc might be getting in the mix. We need to go to conserve though, as the tyre temps go a bit too high, and we need to make sure we can stretch this tyre. We'll go too high as well on the fuel, because we need to try and save some fuel. Minus 0.84. Don't want to go too low on the fuel. And so we'll hold station here in P6 and P9 at the moment. Is Leclerc? I missed it. Leclerc's been re-overtaken by Sergio Perez, but we'll hold station now and see how the race progresses. We'll move on and we'll see how it goes. Right, damn it, Perez can't get past, and oh, Verstappen gets overtaken by Ocon there. Obviously, I need to just be patient. I can't get annoyed by the fact they've overtaken us, because we need to make sure we stretch this, because we're going at least 11 laps. So we're 6 in, 5 to go, and I need to check. Is there any rain? No, doesn't look like it for now. Still remaining in P6 and P8. So nothing much is happening. But look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Ocon. His tyres have gone off the cliff. 14%. So Verstappen up into P5. That's good. Oh, nearly 3 wide there. Leclerc's past Ocon. Now Leclerc, can you get past Perez, please? What's Perez's tyres looking like? For, what's that? 33%. We're in 44. Oh, we should have this eventually. We should have this eventually. We're definitely better on the tyre wear so far in this race. Giovinazzi, 3.5 the gap from P1. He's doing a great job out in P1, I must say. And Sainz now is off the cliff. Same with Ricciardo. Both these guys off the cliff. And we make a double overtake as they come to the pit lane. We're looking good here. We're looking very good here. Probably go 2 more laps on conserve and then we can come in. Right, Verstappen's a little bit worse on tyre wear than I wanted to. So we're going to continue on overtake mode. And I might come in early right now. Yeah, Verstappen's losing time. Leclerc's going to overtake him. He's hit the cliff already. He's hit the cliff fast. He lost 2 seconds there, and he was on like only like 18%. Right, fast pit stop. You're coming in, son. Yeah, Verstappen's on 17%, and the cliff has already been hit. And Leclerc's still got some way to go. I might double stack, you know. I might double stack because Gio's already made a pit stop. Yeah, I'm gonna come in now. Right, I'm gonna have to double stack. Sorry, lads. Fast pit stop. Cool. Come in. Right, yeah, double stack for the boys. Low fuel. Low fuel. Right, you're in. Fast pit stop, no mistake. Double stack for Verstappen. Bit of mistake for Verstappen. Leclerc's out in P9. And we're going to go medium. Going to go medium. Ooh, Verstappen's down in P16. That was a bad double stack, but I was very surprised at how quickly Verstappen's tyre went off there. Right, we're back up into P7 then. ahead of Perez and Magnussen. Verstappen, though, is way down the order in P16, not looking great. And the fuel has been a nightmare. Minus 1.15 still on the fuel. Crazy. Right, sit rep on lap 14, almost halfway through this Grand Prix. Leclerc P6, looking good. Verstappen, obviously the double stack might have pushed him way further down. He'd probably be around P9, I would say, without the double stack. But still, P16, I don't know. I might have to go into a set of super soft tyres. For some reason, this race, I don't know why, Verstappen is a lot worse on tyre wear than Leclerc has been. Right, we're gaining nearly 5/10 there with Leclerc on the ultra soft tyres, despite us being conservative. Across the line, and where is P5? I think P5 is just there. Yeah, Ricciardo is just up the road, but he's going a lot longer here, so we should have the pace to overtake him, and theoretically we need to kind of overtake him for our strategy. Meanwhile, for Verstappen, P12 now, he should have Hartley and Hamilton, I would say, and Kobayashi soon enough. There we go, down the inside of Hamilton. Lovely move there on the Williams car, and the difference a season makes then. Hamilton used to be OP as ever up front with the Mercs, and now gets overtaken very easily in the Williams car there by us. Right, 14 laps remaining, still going strong. In 5th place, Verstappen in 10th place now, ahead of Hamilton still. Not caught up to Hartley though. Surprised, even with higher fuel levels here. If we're going to lap 11, again, we need to go to lap 22. We should be fine with Leclerc to do that, pretty fine. Yanni's going to come in for sure. He's got to come in this lap, 100%. So now I might start going overtake mode on the fuel. Yeah, I think we can afford to do that. Right, let's go high for now, and then on the next lap I'll go overtake mode on the fuel. We're up into P5 then. Worn tyres, that's fine, that's fine. Ooh, Verstappen's got worn tyres right now. Right, you son, overtake mode, you're coming in this lap for sure. And you know what? I'm fitting supers off, so you're too bad on the tyre wear, Verstappen. I don't know what is up with you, but you're really horrendous on the tyre wear for some reason right now this race. I don't know what is up with you. Right, you're going to come in, and your tyres have gone off the cliff. 18%, you're in, low fuel. Right, super softs then for him, and for Leclerc, you continue going on, and let's go pushing on the in-lap, and you'll be in for another set of ultras. Park conditions fine, fast pit stop there, but Leclerc is out, no, Verstappen's out, sorry, and he's in P15 on the super softs. He can lean on those tyres a little bit more, hopefully. And, well, I'll catch up with you later, Verstappen, because we've got to worry about Leclerc right now. He's in P6. Where is that Merc? I think he's already ahead of us. Right, tyre's gone off the cliff. Low fuel. Right, we're in. Pit stop. Cool. No mistake, please. There we go. No mistake on the pit stop, and we're out in P10. That's fine. That's cool. Conserve. And we should jump back up into P6 minimum. It is going to be a piece. It's not going to be a great finish this race. I think we're on the back foot now. It seems like all the teams have turned up a little bit, and maybe some upgrades for them. Obviously, we've not had a great upgrade apart from the gearbox, but I'm curious to see actually with 75%. See, I've now only got 25% to play with on that reliability for that gearbox. That's the only worry about that red zone gearbox. Right, up into P7, so at least we're going to get a sponsor target ahead of Hamilton and Vettel. Vettel doing a great job in the Sauber to be right there behind Hamilton in the Sauber with the Williams car there. We should jump Perez, and I don't know, Ricciardo was just ahead of us beforehand, so if he loses enough time in the next 2 laps, we could jump Ricciardo as well for P5 maybe. Meanwhile for Verstappen, what are you saying, son? Not great, P15, no man's land. Meanwhile Gio sent the fast half of the Grand Prix. Gio is actually performing well this race for some reason. Right, Ricciardo pit, and he is ahead of us by 6 seconds, so we are not going to jump him. So we are up into that P6 I talked about. And to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I think this is maybe where we finish today, P6. The others have just done a much better race. I think maybe we did a wrong strategy here. I don't think the Ultra Softs were the way to go. I think I underestimated the tyre wear levels here around Canada, and also maybe forgot a little bit about the cliff face on the Ultra Softs is a lot more harsh than the Ultra Soft tyres, than the Super Softs, I should say. Right, we've got 6 laps left, or 5 laps left, so I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at the race then with Verstappen and go full out attack. He'll wear out the tyres, but you know what? He's got nothing to lose. He's P13, so just push flat out, overheat the tyres and try and do something. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, we're conserving, we're going high, just trying to keep this ahead of Sergio Perez, really. All right, Ocon down the inside of Verstappen. Verstappen is lost the place to the Ferrari car with 2 laps remaining. Leclerc, how you saying? You're still P6. You're good, man. You're good. Where's Perez? Perez is not even in a shot there. So Leclerc should be comfortable for P6. But our championship leader is now overheated the tyres. But his tyre weight's been so poor on the super softs as well that he wanted to last up the Grand Prix. And he's already going to be hitting the cliff almost here. Let's go high. Let's try and see if we can get P12 maybe back from Ocon or Hamilton. Remember, every position counts from P20 down to P1 or up to P1 for points today. But for Leclerc, it will have to be P6. Pretty good P6, all things considered. One place up from his qualifying slot. But it's been a tough race here today, and I think I got the strategy. I'm going to put my hands up. I think I got the strategy wrong today. P6 only for Leclerc, as Gio is going to win that race. But for Verstappen, he's completely hit the cliff now. Right, Leclerc comes home in P6. Great job there, Charles. Great job. But Verstappen, well, ever since the double stack, he was pretty doomed this entire race. But we are going to hobble across the line for P14 there. Just about P14. That has been a horrendous race for Verstappen. Partly due to my management of him, but also he really had a shocker of tyre wear this race for some reason. Giovinazzi then, from pole to the win. Fair play, Gio. I think that's your first win in your career ever, maybe. And the first win for Ferrari for sure. You bottled it last race off pole, but today, fair play. Pole to the win. Pole to the win. But that's been our worst race this season, I think. That's been our worst race this season. So, let's see how that did. That was really, yeah, poor management. I think with better management, we could have done really good that race still. But I think the Ultrasofts just took me by surprise there. So, what are we saying then on the standings then? 15 points and then 7. So, Verstappen's still in the lead, but only by 5 points now. Leclerc remains in P6. Constructors, Red Bull caught up a lot there. They're level on points with us now. Jesus. Okay, bit of a reality check this episode maybe. We are not as comfortable as I thought. Yeah, okay, that was a bad race for us and a really good one for Red Bull. Level on points of the constructors. Okay, that was a tough one for us. We're going to have to do better next episode for sure, because we need to bounce back after that. Can't have Red Bull overtaking us in the constructors. Yeah, I mean, I think half and half, I think partly due to the tyres and the surprising tyre for Verstappen, but also, yeah, I probably should have gone. I should have done like a maybe Ultra 2-set super soft stint instead of 3 Ultra. Well, the 3 Ultras for Leclerc actually worked out pretty okay. He just didn't have the pace today. Our car just didn't have the pace today versus the other cars around Canada. But with Verstappen, for sure, I think the strategy would have been better with 2 sets of super softs. And now he's got a trait. Is he injured? Don't tell me he's injured. He's got a dodgy neck again. What is this, man? Come on. Right. Okay. The game's throwing a lot of spanners in the works for us now. Another dodgy neck for Max Verstappen. He's the championship leader for us. Things are going to be very interesting next episode, guys. But if you have enjoyed this one, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you know how to, do subscribe for weekly Formula content. I've been Alfa. I'm trusting your day, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.